So let's talk about sleep, which is such a beautiful thing. But if you're like me and sleep is a little challenging, I want to tell you a few things about it. To begin with, a lot of us in the spiritual journey notice that it becomes very hard to sleep after a while. You just get more sensitive. You become more aware. The more mindful practice you do, the more mindful you become. So you suddenly become much more aware, which includes aware of your environment at night, which includes the sounds in your room. It includes, dust particles and electromagnetic frequencies from your cell phones and computers. It includes noises from your family. Also, when we are on the spiritual path or on the healing path, we become much more connected to all kinds of fear and trauma that's buried in the body. And as we get to know that and allow it to come up to the surface to be dealt with, we end up with a very kind of a sense of vigilance or a sense of kind of overstimulated nervous system. Now, the chances are it's always been like that, and we've been repressing a lot of fear or disconnecting in order to navigate our days. But once we come into spiritual practice or once we enter a healing journey, disconnecting and numbing out is no longer an option, and we're building our ability to become more and more aware of it, which activates a lot of this repressed material, putting our central nervous system in a kind of a tense and vigilant state. Now, in order to go to sleep and have a peaceful, easy sleep, we're going to have to learn how to calm our nervous system, because fundamentally that's what has to let go. And if we have an activated and traumatized nervous system that's constantly on a vigilant, constantly aware, constantly sort of letting us know and having all kinds of signals about what's happening, it's very, very difficult to just go into sleep. We're going to have to learn how to calm that central nervous system in order to fall asleep. So we're going to have to, create an environment in which that can calm. So we're going to have much less electromagnetic frequencies. So that's our cell phones and our clock radios and our things. We're going to have to create a household environment where there's a quiet that goes on at a certain time, maybe 10 o'clock at night or something. We're going to have to close windows and doors so the outside noise of neighborhoods don't affect us, because as soon as we're kind of aware and starting to develop a sensitivity, these things will affect us. We're also going to have to learn how to take care of our own central nervous systems, how to calm that. We can do it with relaxing baths, we can do it with chamomile teas, we can do it with relaxing music. We can limit the amount of intense television and media that we watch, so making sure that there's no satire, there's no dark comedy, there's no huge scary movies or news stations. So you're going to have to keep your Jon Stewarts and your daily news to morning or afternoon activities and not evening activities. And internally, you're going to have to learn how to take care and shut that down, which is usually through way of meditation, which is a wonderful support to calm that nervous system. But I just wanted to remind you that the more sensitive you become and the more aware you become, which is a natural byproduct of both healing and a spiritual journey, the harder it gets to sleep and to stay asleep. So if you need more support, check out the audio page at mysticgirlinthecity.com. We have all kinds of support. We have a whole package of Go to Sleep. It's 3 beautiful meditations to help you just before sleep or if you wake up in the night. It's also a guided booklet that talks about how to create a sleep-inducing environment for the very sensitive. So wishing you many good night sleeps. Thank you.